When you're out shooting video, nothing kills your creativity faster than a wobbly shot or a heavy, awkward rig. Whether you're capturing a wedding, a travel vlog, or a short film, you want your footage to look smooth and cinematic without your arms feeling like they've been through a workout. That's where gimbals come in, and today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most talked about new stabilizers on the market, the Zhiyun Crane 4. We've been using the Crane 4 for the past week on a mix of handheld sequences, low-angle shots, and even some run-and-gun documentary work. In this review, we'll walk you through what it's like to actually use it day-to-day, the design, the handling, the features, and where it sits in the crowded gimbal market. The first thing you notice when you pull the Crane 4 out of the box is the weight, or rather, the lack of it. Zhiyun has always been about making gimbals that professional shooters can actually carry, but the Crane 4 pushes that further. The body is built with ergonomic precision, and the new wrist rest plus the adjustable sling grip make it feel like an extension of your arm rather than a separate tool. Even with our test setup, a full-frame mirrorless camera, a hefty zoom lens, and a small shotgun mic, the gimbal never felt front-heavy or fatiguing. That's thanks to its longer arm length, stronger motors, and extended quick-release plate, which let it easily support cameras in the class of Canon R5C or Sony FX3 without drama. It's portable, but it doesn't compromise on payload capacity. Balancing gimbals is usually the moment when you lose precious time on set. With the Crane 4, Zhiyun added balance indicator lights on each motor, so you know exactly when you're dialed in. When a motor is out of balance, it flashes a reminder. It's such a small detail, but it meant we could get the rig leveled in under 2 minutes on location. Once balanced, it stayed stable thanks to the extended quick-release plate design. Zhiyun also built in a magnetic tightening wrench right on the gimbal, so you're never hunting for a tool when you need to adjust something. And the silicone protective sleeves on the axis arms cut down on scuffs when transporting it in a bag. These little touches make it feel like a product designed by people who actually shoot. Social media reels and vertical content are part of every job now, so we were excited about the new quick-release module that integrates horizontal and vertical lock structures. In practice, it meant we could go from native landscape to portrait shooting in seconds. No disassembling the camera, no extra plates. For a wedding or event shooter delivering content in multiple aspect ratios, that's a game changer. Speaking of lighting, the Crane 4 comes with its own 10-watt fill light built right into the gimbal. It pumps out up to 3,200 lux, with a color temperature range from 2,700 Kelvin to 5,500 Kelvin and a CRI over 95. In our tests, it was bright enough to fill a subject's face during a quick interview in a dim hallway. You get a light cover to shape the effect. And because it's part of the gimbal, there's no extra battery or mount to worry about. For a lot of small crew shooters, that's going to be a lifesaver. Another area where Zhiyun has evolved is in controls. On the Crane 4, you get a 1.22-inch color touchscreen that's bright and easy to see outdoors. From there, you can dial in gimbal modes, motion time-lapse settings, or fine-tune parameters. The trigger button and front dial are fully customizable. We set ours to adjust ISO and shutter speed on the fly, but you could assign aperture, focus motor, or gimbal mode instead. It's great to have tactile controls for camera parameters instead of always diving into the menu. And because the Crane 4 supports Bluetooth shutter control with mainstream cameras, you can start or stop recording directly from the gimbal's record button. In practice, that saved us a ton of time when shooting solo. Power is another area where Zhiyun stepped up. The Crane 4 runs on 4 18,650 batteries for up to 12 hours of runtime. In our experience, shooting a mix of static and moving shots with a built-in light on medium brightness, we ended the day with plenty of charge left. It supports PD fast charge, taking about 1 hour 50 minutes for a full charge, and you can charge while using huge if you're on a long day of production. We plugged a power bank into the port while shooting a time-lapse, and the gimbal kept going without interruption. So how does all this translate in real life? We shot handheld walkthroughs of interiors, low-angle shots of cars, and fast pans on city streets. The footage stayed rock solid. Even at focal lengths where micro jitters usually creep in, the Crane 4's stronger motors kept everything smooth. Switching between high-angle and low-angle shots was effortless with the sling grip. The built-in fill light saved us from carrying an extra LED panel for B-roll, and having customizable controls meant we rarely needed to touch the camera body itself. Less chance of bumping the focus or spoiling a take. Perhaps the best compliment we can give is that we forgot about the gimbal while shooting. It just did its job and let us focus on the story. The Zhiyun Crane 4 feels like a culmination of everything Zhiyun has learned from its earlier models. Lighter but stronger construction, intuitive ergonomics, smarter balancing, and thoughtful touches like the magnetic wrench and silicone sleeves. Add in the built-in 10-watt fill light, customizable controls, and long battery life, and you've got a gimbal that can genuinely free you up to be more creative. We went into this review expecting another incremental update. Instead, we found a tool that made our shoots smoother, faster, and less tiring. If your goal is to deliver cinematic footage without lugging around a back-breaking rig, the Crane 4 deserves a serious look.